Is it actually happening? Are they caving in? Are they caving in? Hey folks, as a result of the volatility since January, we're doing a rank reset for Apex Player Master Plus in NA, EU West, Nordic Canadians, Brazil, LAN, and Turkey. Affected players have their visible rank in MMR reset to Master LP0, which patch go. Okay, a full dev block. Let's see if they've learned the lesson. Because this is kind of predictable what they're trying to do here. With what they've done, I told you it's going to go off the rails, and we're going to have absurd numbers, and nobody will feel like playing. And as soon as their metrics catch up, and the data catches up, they're going to realize how cooked the servers are, because the playtime is going down. There is no Korea here, notably, which could be partially because of the dual queue, and it could be partially because they don't dare reset the Korea, because it's highly competitive. Anyway, let's see. Am I getting rage baited? They can't even put a web page, man. Is it April 1st? No, 21st. I know people are panicking, like in the chat saying, like, my master ass is gonna play versus Caps. Yeah, probably for like a few games, which is great. You're getting the mingling of different layers of skill, and basically it will forge the best players. This is a good step, honestly. Like, if they don't lie with this, affected players have their visible rank and MMR reset to Master 0. Now, everybody going to MMR 0 is the big part here. Like, the reset is almost irrelevant, but this is the big part. And if this is true, it's gonna have very, very big impact to the top of the ladder. It's gonna be very interesting. So let's see. Here we went to the situation at the top of the rank ladder since recent January, as well as watching conversations Apex tiers players have been having. As a result of the volatility we've seen in January, we decided to do a hard rank reset for Apex players. Hard. All current Master, GM, or Challenger players in the region will have their visible rank and MMR reduced. When is this? This is like in 10 days or so. We know that having a hard reset mid-year is disruptive climbs, for sure. But due to issues many of you and we identified from the start of the year, the disparity of the top and the bottom of Apex, this research should make the rank ladder healthier. I mean, as much as we're cynical about their approach, how much will they fix? This is like the least painful solution out of all to combat the problems. This is the least painful solution that they can go with, because they don't have to change how MMR works. They don't have to change like the ladder at all. They don't have to hard reset the entire server. They just hard reset the master and above. This is like the simplest solution they can do, albeit a very effective one. What happened? It took some larger swings this year with matchmaking to try and create more satisfying rank experience, improve the autofill experience, increase satisfaction in certain ranks, enabling duos, to name a few. In doing that, we made a number of mistakes how we configured rank systems. We heard the feedback around these mistakes, surveyed some Apex players in the affecting regions to get more specific thoughts on the experience. I don't think I was surveyed, although a lot of my opinions are very, very public. It was obvious that the climb this season hasn't felt good to many of you. Attempting to fix these issues has resulted in multiple patches of Apex players in the aforementioned region bouncing between the states plus 10 and plus minus 20 on another patch. Yeah, that was horrible. That era of the season was horrible. Because as I said, like the meme was, it's like weather forecast. You wake up today and like see whether it's healthy for you to play games. It's just really bad. Because every day you don't know what to expect. You're opening like those like surprise eggs and like you don't know what you're gonna find. Ultimately, this meant that the patch that you played on was a factor in how high you climbed. Yeah, that's like the worst thing you can do with the ladder. Undermining ladder integrity. I like that they mentioned this. Like, a lot of companies will have a tendency to soft admit a mistake. This is as hard of an admission you can get, basically, because they are criticizing their own ladder integrity. That's something people don't often do, and like corporate speak usually demands that you say this, but in like a way where you don't say this, you know, wrapping it in a bunch of political speech. This is actually very, very real admission, and I respect that. Okay, undermining ladder integrity, and that's the number one thing you're supposed to be maxing it for Master and above. So maybe they have listened to some of my videos. Fast forward to today, with the rollout of improved matchmaking, 26-6, better balance of duos, uncapping LP at the top of the ladder. This is not true. They didn't uncap it. They capped it at 3K instead of 2K. And a variety of other smaller changes. We feel like underlying issues for mismatched LP gains have been resolved. However, that leaves us with the ladder that doesn't feel truly representative of player's skill. Unless the decision to implement a hard reset, good decision, correct decision. Why a hard reset? When we surveyed groups of Apex players in the affected regions, the thing we heard most was that they wanted to spread this rank ladder integrity above all else. Hell yes. Straight up, man. Even if that meant feeling a medium-term drop in matchmaking quality. Okay. A hard reset means everyone starts from the same place at Master 0 LP. That's a big deal. Nothing in the current ladder will be preserved, and it puts everyone on an equal playing field at the cost of fairer games. This is gonna fix the problem for quite some time. It's gonna take years until it's gonna take years to reach the breaking point of the system that we are in right now. So this is a big deal. Like, the MMR lingering is such a... It's like the rust in the system, you know? It's slowly eroding the quality and fidelity of the system. Because there'll be no memory of previous strengths in matchmaking. You may see yourself in some wonky matchups. I mean, they're mentioning this, and it's good to mention this because you gotta be transparent about it, but, like, people are overstaying the importance of this. Like, we've seen what happens when you have, like, a full-on ladder reset, like in Counter-Strike Go to Counter-Strike 2. Basically, the best players filter themselves out in, like, a matter of 10 games or so. Like, they just keep playing versus the best very, very quickly. You could have 5 example challenger versus 5 masters. This is an insanely unlikely circumstance when you factor in that you have 10,000 master pool with 300 challenger pool. The odds of this happening 5v5 exactly like this are ridiculously low. Okay, and even if it does happen, these guys stomp, so be it, whatever. Next game, these guys are never going to play versus these guys almost. And that would be considered fair game in the system. This will be a known short-term trade-off. Yeah, we understand how the matchmaking works. Makes sense. I'll take several months to shake out post-reset. We're talking about Master Plus. These people are bound by the 1 game per day rule, okay? These people play the game a lot in Master and above. It will take months to sort out the system if you did a hard reset for everybody, because you have a lot of people who don't really play a lot of ranked. In Master and above, like, 1 month is like 30 game worth. 30 game worth is, like, in my estimation, good enough to get like 90% accurate. It's like ladder immediately. And that's just 1 month if you're playing 1 per day. And people will play way more, you know? So I think it's going to take several months. Ladder LP gains. One danger with this, what happens is going to be a perception-wise. This will be like a crucible where the best players will be forged in, like, the truest of environments. Okay? This is going to be very true ranking that's going to be happening right now. If you play like a billion games. There's a risk where a lot of people will criticize the system because they don't fall into the same LP as before, which is the whole exact purpose of the system. It's there to kill inaccuracies, purge them from you. So maybe you were getting carried or inflated by the previous MMR or like MMR bullshit. Maybe you were getting hindered by it, you know? So we'll see. Another thing we heard is how grindy the ladder can feel, especially when looking at the top at the Grandmaster and Challenger cutoffs. We just hit 2,000, by the way, on Challenger cutoff. Like, earlier this year, and basically like in any year, having 2,000 LP is like a crazy badge of honor. I hit 2K earlier this year. When I hit rank 1, it was like, what, 2.2 or something? And it had like that, like, OP summoner, you know, like so much LP. Now it's just basic challenger. However, we'll be increasing the LP gain win-loss to be plus 30, minus 30 the baseline, should make the climb top feel less grindy. Wait, what? We'll be increasing the LP gain win-loss to be plus minus 30 at the baseline. We expect LP gains and losses to be between 35, 25, and 25, 35. Okay, so pushed it to that baseline with the same 10 discrepancy, which we think strikes a better balance between requiring appropriate investment to reach the top of the ladder, while also making climbing more achievable for players who have commitments. I feel like this is like a perception thing, where it's like meaningless. You can balance it around like minus 1.5 plus 1.5, you know, and the system will work exactly the same. I think this is an optics play where they want you to reach higher numbers and you don't feel bad about like not falling into the exact same level. I think they're doing this on purpose to inflate the numbers a little bit. You can't go back. That's the problem with inflation. It's impossible to go back. If this season you reach 2K LP and go next season and go 1K LP is the same exact level on the ladder, you're gonna feel terrible about it. It's a perception problem. So this is like an optical play where they make the climbing and like swings feel wider between the LP, whereas on the ladder they're going to remain exactly the same, you know? Because ultimately it doesn't matter. You can make it like plus 300, minus 300. You can balance it around that. LP is going to be at 20k, but like the ladder is going to remain exactly the same. So this is just a perception thing. I've also been increasing the minimum LP cutoffs requiring the reset regions. Okay, this is good. This tracks, obviously, it makes sense. 800 for challenger instead of 5, 400 for LP GM instead of 3. Reasonable. One of the criticisms of seasonal rank resets for many years now has been how early season lucky win streak and playing a lot of games short period of time can catapult someone over 500 LP. The current cutoff, by increasing the cutoffs, I believe can strike better balance. That's fine. That probably should have happened even before. But now, again, this is just correction with this. The only difference here is there's going to be the slowing down factor is the fact that you don't have the previous MMR to instruct the game to like propel you to challenger even if you're 45% win rate. No way. No way. Are they actually watching my videos? We also want to take a moment to acknowledge Apex tier rank rewards. This reset, mixed with a shorter season, means it will be a little harder to get your peak in time. We'll be giving out Season 1 rewards as usual, and we'll use Season 3 as a final reconciliation pass for Season 2 rewards for Apex tier players. If you hit a higher rank in Season 3, that will also count for your reward. You'll receive Grandmaster or... What the fuck is this? Never mind, they don't watch my videos. Bro, why the fuck would you put this title in bold? What is this? Hit Master in Season 2 GM says you'll receive GM for the Season 2 and 3 at the end of the year. Who gives a fuck? That's a border, man. Like, oh, wow, you gave me a fucking border. Bro, I thought they were gonna say, like, top 10 best players are gonna receive, like, a letter from Riot Games coming in with, like, a fucking Hogwarts owl, you know, like, running in. You get something. They give you, like, a coin. They give you some monetary prize. They give you some memorabilia. Something. Anything. We don't believe that any other regions have experienced a little instability that would undermine the ladder integrity. I think they're just afraid to touch Korea. That's what I think. Korea has its own handling, and they just oppose this. They said, like, no disruptions. We value our competitive integrity, and we don't care because they don't have duo at all anyway. As always, we appreciate the conversations we've been seeing those impacted. It's through your comments and stories that illustrate the severity of these system changes made resort to more drastic and rare reset. That's good. Like, we definitely wanted a reset, for sure. While we know that hard reset mid-rank season is unideal, exceedingly rare events will always avoid, we want to take steps necessary to fix the instability we've been feeling this season. It might be like lesser of two evils because we are getting a big deal thing, you know? Reset about Mastery is really, really good. Even for the long term. Like, you will feel reverberation of this change in the next year, okay? Season 17 will be better for it because they've done a rare reset. So hindering one season a little bit to improve, like, potentially next 2 seasons, 3 seasons, and every subsequent season potentially is a big deal. I'm happy with this trade-off. Anyway, it's going to be very interesting because this happens, I don't know exactly. Do we know when it's 26.9? I think that's in a week or so. I think that's when it falls. So we'll have about a month in EU West where I will be grinding this and trying hard. And then we'll have a comparison server like Korea. And then we're going to be grinding Korea for a month. So it's going to be perfect. We're going to have a ton of content in both regions to see the comparisons and the benefits of each system. They didn't say, will there be a cap or not? As I said when I read the tweet, my prediction is they're going to keep the soft cap because the problem will arise much later on. So by the time the people notice the problem, it's going to be already like, okay, this is going to be much better, you know? You got to understand, when you do a reset, the next couple of months are going to feel really good, really fresh for people. And people will love it. They will enjoy the freshness of the ladder, and they're going to forget about the problems that plagued us in this season. So I think they didn't really change anything on how the system works, you know? It's just reset to fix the MMR problems. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Brenzalor, sign it out. That's a video. That's a video. Inform the people. Inform the plebeians who don't watch the Twitch TV.